Peter FITZSIMONS Last updated 0343, September 16, 2017. Israel Folau expressed his controversial view on same-sex marriage on Twitter. Opinion Israel, we need to talk, which brings us to Israel Folau and his gentle tweet on Wednesday to the effect that, because of his religious beliefs, he will be voting no on the same-sex marriage plebiscite. I love and respect all people for who they are and their opinions, he wrote, but personally, I will not support gay marriage. I love and respect all people for who they are and their opinions, but personally, I will not support gay marriage, says a heart-folded hands, Israel Folau. It is Folau, September 13, 2017. Read more. Webster Folau has every right to express views. Pocock v. Folau on same-sex marriage ballot. Good on him for expressing his views, even though they clash with those of Australian Rugby, his employer. And let Folau be the exemplar of those without an ounce of homophobia in them. He has been strong in his support of removing homophobia from sport, who nevertheless intend to vote no. But I can't resist. May I be equally gentle in return in expressing my disagreement. Israel, like many of my Christian friends, and my wife, notes how odd it is that, as an atheist, I seem to gravitate to Christian nutters regardless. I'm told your view is that your God created man and women to procreate within the bounds of matrimony only. Where does that leave, then, the staggering 70% of Australians who now get married using celebrants only? Do they have lesser marriages, because they are not marrying under your God's umbrella? What about people from other faiths that get married? Are the marriages worth less? And as Hugh Riminton points out, what about women over 50 getting married? Is that okay, even though their procreation years are behind them? Look, you believe all that religious stuff, which is your perfect right. And you can live by that. But is it not a tad presumptuous as to try and push that on the rest of us? The fact is, marriage is a civic institution, a contract between humans, which then has, at one's taste, whatever religious bells and whistles you like, attached. Israel, see, you are engaged to a fine woman, and good luck to you. But when the great day comes, and the preacher says, I now pronounce you man and wife, you won't actually be married. In the eyes of the law, that only comes when you put your two signatures to the marriage certificate presented. And here's something else, Israel. As Mia Friedman has pointed out, back in 1962, when a white man in Virginia, Richard Loving, married a black woman, Mildred Jeter, the police raided the home, arrested them, and threw them into jail. The judge annulled their vows, ruling, Almighty God created the races white, black, yellow, Malay and red, and he placed them on separate continents. The fact that he separated the races shows that he did not intend for the races to mix. Get it? This was your God, being cited as the reason for appalling discrimination, and the ruling was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court in 1967. Now, we all look upon their arrest and the subsequent ruling as appalling. But at the time, it received huge support, with 70% of Americans agreeing with the original ruling. As Friedman has pointed out, the institution of marriage has evolved. The current issue, in my view, is like what happened in America in the 1960s, except it pertains to sexuality, not skin color. In a few years, we will look upon the current discrimination against gays as incomprehensible. Israel, I hope you think on it, and offer my warm regards, regardless. Sydney Morning Herald.